Now today I want to talk about an important topic. This is one that I think a lot of us have gotten wrong over time, myself included. Now historically, when I'm hitting the ball the best, there's a certain way that I set up. And throughout my career, when I am hitting it good, people tell me my posture's terrible. So let's just talk about some of the pitfalls I see and some of the ways we should go about fixing it. As a teacher, this is what I used to think. I used to think that as you set up, you stuck your butt back, you bent, you had a nice flat back, and you could see how this setup would look. I've got a lot of bend, just a little flex in my knees. Now, what I find is that posture creates difficulty in movement. So most people, when they get set up with this kind of posture, as they start to move, because their rear end is already so far behind their heels, that as they take the club back, they actually start to move closer to the golf ball. Okay? So when I'm set up like this, even though my weight might not be in my heels, it might be balanced, because I'm kind of getting toward the end of my range of motion, my body will not sustain that posture through the swing. So through research and looking at some of the old-time golf swings, looking at my swing when it was at its best, and watching some of the other golf instructors out there who are, I think, really know what they're talking about, I have found that good posture doesn't necessarily mean that your rear end is way back and your back is really flat. What I actually now prefer to see is posture that was more natural for me. And what that will look like, so I've created a little diagram here. Got my heel line, and this is going to be where my rear end is. So that's about 2 to 3 inches from the heel line to the wall behind me. And so what I would like to see when you set up, get your heels on this line and keep your pelvis more under you. So you're not really sticking your rear end back like this. So your pelvis is more under you, and you get to the ball more by rolling down and keeping your pelvis under you. Now this is what my posture generally looks like normally, so this feels just perfectly normal to me. But what I spent most of my teaching career up till now teaching is posture that looked more like this. So I want you to make sure you get set up, your rear end's more under you, you're getting to the ball more by moving your back down this way. Now what will happen is as you put that in motion, now you can get deep. So now instead of going from here and moving here, now you'll start here and move back and stay back through your golf shot. It'll totally change, so you'll no longer be going into early extension, you'll stay in posture. Okay, so some checkpoints to look for here. First off, your pelvis is centered between your feet, and your butt's really not out, so your belt line is not tilted super a ton. It feels like your pelvis is a little bit more level, and you're getting to the ball a little bit more by rounding your upper back to get down to the golf ball. Now when you do this, you'll find that your balance is really good over your feet. You'll have your armpits, your knees, and the balls of your feet will more or less be lined up, okay? And you'll feel really athletic and really relaxed. So that's the checkpoint. And then the way that this moves in the backswing is as we start the club away, you're gonna feel a little deepening. So you're gonna feel like your right hip is moving back, okay? So instead of moving from here and moving up, your right hip is you're gonna start here and it's gonna be moving back, creating more depth. And then in transition, it'll stay deep. You'll be able to keep your pelvis away from the ball.